For a fat guy to drop a pot of beans. Oh.
Commercial, you idiot. I didn't mean idiot. Yeah.
So, but nobody got mad at you for being.
But there's no traffic. He can tell the story, but you're surrounded. Okay, you know those perspective pictures where it's just a wall of buildings, just for as far as you can see, and you can hear everything echoing because there wasn't much traffic. I mean, it was like what, 12 or 11:30 or something like that.
Yeah.
And so we're taking pictures. I'm taking some video, and these two dudes on a golf cart.
They
were
like
city
workers or something, just doing the ins and outs of
So we could see them. You couldn't make out their faces, but you could see them a good 150 yards or so.
Yep.
And you hear one of them, look at them, just taking videos in the street, just standing in the middle of the street. And that's it. That bothered me.
Didn't sit well with it.
Didn't bother. I don't know. Jordan is usually my voice of reason.
Wait, what bothered you more, hearing that or that guy at the St. Louis Arch that told you didn't have any money?
Oh, that equal. They were equal in my eyes.
I've never seen
if that dude was homeless and had jacked that golf cart, then yes, it would have been next level. So this dude, yes, we're obvious tourists. We're taking a very cool picture of
the fanny packs gave it away.
So
mine was red,
and it was. So they're coming on down the street, and they're still One of them, he's still mouthing. The driver's not saying anything.
Old boy's just having a bad day, I think. Yeah. He just wants to mouth.
And he's coming up, and he's still talking. And I finally have to say something, and I just say, "You know, we can hear you, right?" And they're still a good 50-something yards away.
But he's already covered like a football field before Alan's like, bro, we can hear you.
Yeah. I mean, it's echoing, and we're just sitting there. So we didn't move out of the middle of the street. Well, we started kind of easing over, right?
Because the golf cart's coming, and we're like, no, we don't.
Yeah. So, okay. So it's that far. It's kind of like that Monty Python scene where they're still always coming, and then suddenly they're, but anyway, we were easing ourselves over. And then what did he say? Right when he was coming by, he had to get past us first. And he said, what?
I can't remember what he said.
He said, "What you going to do about it?" to me saying, "You know, we can hear you, right?" That's all I said. It wasn't. That was probably one of the tamest things I've said to people. And he says,
"What are you going to do?
What are you going to do about it?"
We hearing you?
Well, we're going to stop listening. That's what we're going to do.
That's what I should have said.
That is not. What is it?
What'd I say?
I can't say what you said.
But I said, well,
it rhymed with it rhymed with
Wussy Mobile. So, but it made me so mad because he said, "What are you going to do about it?" And I said, "Nothing with you on that freaking mobile." And he just kind of turned his head and straightened. They just kept on going.
So I think his buddy on his golf cart is looking forward. He had a neck brace on. I'm looking down at the sidewalk like, oh man.
It's like you two are the
We would have been the ones breaking up the fight.
One of us didn't want to fight, and the other one was glad of it. So that was the way that was.
So that was a fun time.
That was interesting.
It was interesting. Yeah.
We usually I provoked things. I did not. That was unprovoked.
You didn't provoke anything else while you were there, did you?
I did.
Okay. All right.
Well, I would just. Some people are. I mean, it is California. There were some rude. There were some rude folks, and
Sure.
And I went to get something to eat. He's crapping the place up. So. And I've already nursed him. I've given him medicine, given him Imodium.
Nurse that.
No nursing, dog.
Texting Haley like it's okay to give him this medicine, blah blah blah. And so he's laid out. But this is here with his. I guess he thought I was going to fall asleep at some point while I'm giving him while he's crapping every 30 seconds. But
that was so bad.
So we went. So I went to go get a burger at this place. They said, "Hey, one of the best burgers around." So I went. And I forgot my wallet.
There it is.
So
your boy is
and I was texting him like crazy.
Yeah, well, I woke up to like 6 texts. Like, I forgot my wallet. I'm in a restaurant and I've ordered food and ate it. And now I can't.
I said I'm gonna have to. I said I'm gonna have to dine and dash. So I finally texted a advisor friend of mine. He said, "Got you." So he's coming over. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting on this dude's over here. You know, sometimes they set you out. They set you out no, it's California too. So so we're sitting at this. I'm sitting at the bar because that was only open seating, Diet Coke. So anyway, but they still put it in these nice glasses. Well, this guy over here was getting kind of obnoxious. I mean, I think he was not drinking Diet Coke. And he was talking to this girl. And I'm thinking, she went in there with you. All right, so you start overhearing him talk about, well, you ought to see my house and how, it's and I'm doing this, talking about what kind of car he had. And basically, you know how much money I made last year? And she at first is engaged. They're having a good conversation, laughing it up.
Sure.
And then slowly you can see her not smiling as much, kind of, and he's like, yeah, but, I'm pretty successful. And I'm thinking, this is so cringy until I made it worse.
Oh, sure.
I don't. It's like this part of me is on the spectrum.
Well,
I'm not self-aware enough. I was going to save that girl.
Save this.
I was going to save their relationship that they had probably just met. And I just it sounded quiet.
Can I get you to pause real quick?
Yeah.
I think it is hilarious that you went through your mind and came to the conclusion that I should intervene in these strangers' lives right now.
I know it. I would never see them again. It was just getting on my nerves so bad I wanted it to stop.
Why did you care that much?
I don't know. And that was what got me kicked out.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
So
spoiler alert.
So when I don't know. And that's a problem I have. But in that moment, I'm like, she's fixing to embarrass him. And I thought that's really what it looked like.
Bro code.
I'm like,
got you,
dude. And I was just talking with him. And about that time, it was like, got quiet. I'm like,
you've got to,
because my mouth is a little bit louder than what I understand. I'm getting older. It is what it is. Also, I'm getting more ornery, if that's possible.
No.
So, but I said, look, guy, I said, she came here with you. She obviously likes you. You don't have to go into all the how much money you got.
Did you say it just like that?
Just like that nice, like.
You know that it's not how that works.
No.
I wasn't even there.
No, I promise you.
Broski.
No, but no.
Listen.
But what I'm finding out now is the fact that it was more condescending.
Oh, yeah.
With me, if I'd have been just
a sarcastic tone.
I do. And when I'm being nice, I have a sarcastic tone and don't mean to.
Yeah.
So, but I said, she came here with you. You don't have to do all that. I said, you already impressed her. I said, you were making her laugh and you were doing this.
He's going all in.
This dude is all full sin.
And she at first she's like, she looks at me, and she kind of nodded and kind of looked at him. And then I think it was like, wait a second, are you going to say something?
That girl did not nod at that.
No. At first she was like, but maybe that was like, yes, we understand. Maybe if we tell the old man this, like, oh yeah, I understand.
Sure, we understand your old wise way, sir.
but she looked back at him, and he's looking at me. He's like, what business is it of yours? And so I knew he wasn't from Arkansas.
Valid question.
It was. Well, I was like, dude,
Dude, on a golf cart, ain't you?
I was like, he was obviously a financial advisor. So I was like, anyway, I had nothing else to do. My best bud was in there taking dumps for every 10 seconds.
That's standing right here.
Hey, she knows the story. So
She saw the videos.
Yeah, I got a second part of that video. He can camera. No.
What?
No, not what you think.
That's weird.
No.
Wow.
So it was triggered every time he got up off the pot.
None of your business.
So he basically said, it's none of my business. And after thinking, I was like, I totally agree. Like, why did I even? And about the time, here come my buddy. All right, so he brought in $100 bill. So I said, pop. All right, so
Did it sound like? Was it wet?
No, the way this dude throws him, the way he pulled, it looked like he went like this with $100 bills. So,
Okay. Well,
Like if he picked it up, it was like dripping.
So he throws down $100, and I'm like, well, this meal, I don't want stuff is expensive there. That part is straight up California.
it's
So
reasonably priced everything.
So I don't know what the tips. I don't know what's going to be. The servers, they were being nice. The manager, he was being nice and stuff. And we had talked to them. So you know what? I was like, I'm just going for him walking all the way from the hotel to bring that to me. So I threw down the whole $100. And she was like, "Sir, this is too much. This is too much." Right. Now, I'm sorry, that took place like 1.5 seconds before my talk with these other people. So after this occurs, she comes back over.
The server.
And she was like, "Sir, you're going to have to leave." And I said,
I just gave you a wet $100 bill.
I said, "What?" And she was like, "You're going to have to leave. That was none of your business." And rightfully so. If 200 or 300 people say it, it probably is me. So
and I'm like 1/32 of your rent for this month, and you're going to kick me out.
And I said, that's fine. And I did my drink. And so if you had a regular Diet Coke, you could just walk out the door. That was me slamming the revolving door, right? Except these were made of crystal or something, and it was like
Expensive. They shattered that glass.
the bottom end shattered, and it flew all over. And this waitress, so I'm looking up, and this waitress is going.
So let me break this down right quick. You just interjected yourself. Mm-hmm. You've been lambasted by one guy saying it's none of your business. And now the server has come in and said it's none of your business, and you're kind of embarrassed, a little embarrassed at this.
But correct.
But I mean, we'll not go that far. But we'll go.
I would have been correct if I had asked me.
You've realized maybe I have overstepped a bound.
I did.
I apologize internally. I didn't say that out loud, obviously, is what you're saying.
But I'm like, I'm going to leave.
But I will leave, and I am this, like the judge and the gavel, this is done. I'm guilty. I'm leaving.
Fine.
And then you go,
yes.
Obviously feeling the embarrassment, and then you look like you're causing a major scene.
So it just went from bad to worse.
I love this
because it was just like I was like, she was like, she didn't make a big deal out of it. She was like, "Sir,"
because nothing you would have said if you would have been like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I did not mean to do that." She would have been, "Yeah, right. I'm calling."
No, but it was done.
I love you were deep into that.
Yeah, so all I had to do was you know what? You're probably right. If I would have known that there was, if that wouldn't have shattered, I'd have been.
Oh, you looked so terrible. And
I went.
I love
and
this
I'm
from
talking
a socio-
looking like a douchebag.
From a sociological perspective, I love this.
It's amazing
because now
such a good case study.
like you've embarrassed.
I could be studied for years.
You've embarrassed this guy.
Yeah, I've embarrassed him. I've embarrassed
the
her,
guy, and you've embarrassed, and then
I belittle the server.
Oh no, have you ever like been embarrassed for somebody else? Like,
God,
and,
yeah.
and
It's
more,
crazy.
it's almost more painful.
you watch it. You like when you're watching the.
And so the
Office.
waiter is that girl, and she's mad at you now for making her feel like that.
I feel so
ultimately.
cringy.
And
After
now she's
I'd been
like-
so nice with her,
Right.
and she'd been nice to me,
Let's go.
and so then I
You gotta
do
leave.
that, and then I got to leave, and then I crushed the glass.
Yeah,
and
at
then
that
she looks at
point,
me, and I was like, "You got a pretty good tip. You can afford it." Because if you're gonna go douchebag, you got to go all the way.
Gotta go all in.
I went ahead and bet the farm,
Even if you would have just,
but nobody followed me out.
You knew that
like
that was completely accidental, and if
Yes.
you can't apologize because they already know they think you're in the wrong. They hate you. There's nothing you can't salvage that. If you would have just went, all right,
Tennessee 5 is right.
and then if you would have just followed it with, that's what I got to say about that.
Alan's going nom on all these people.
All of it.
You know, but
then you followed
I
up
felt
with,
my inner
you
Top
can
Gun.
afford it.
I know it. I know it. I'm like, I just gave you probably the biggest tip you had all night.
A wet $100 bill that immediately disintegrated when you put it in your pocket.
Oh, golly. Perfect. I do want a drink. Thank you. Y'all want a drink?
Maybe a water.
Yeah,
Give it water.
Some of that good
What a
water.
you have diet sugar-free ginger ale.
Some,
Just kidding. What do you have?
A double frappo mocha latte with a double shot of espresso.
break out the
please.
Nolte menu. We got tea. We got Coke Zero. We're looking for
Little
sponsors.
sponsors, please. Throw us up.
What do we? Oh, Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Just a water. And we'll keep it.
Yeah, I'll take a water too, please.
And some, yeah.
So,
yeah, you can bring
Alan-
some chip. You can bring some snacks. That'd be fun.
So you left California with a reputation of being, with a lower disapproval rating than Gavin Newsom. Apparently.
That, phew, yeah. I probably could have been elected like a freaking DA or something.
For real.
I don't know, but nobody. That's the problem with going to these big cities. They never will see you again. But maybe they will.
Maybe they Hey,
Maybe they will.
What if the server was watching this right now? What would you say to her?
Oh,
Look right in that camera. Look right
would
into
just-
her heart and soul.
I would like to apologize for giving you that tip. Yeah, so,
Takes a big man.
yeah,
Big man to
I'm trying to admit my mistakes, and that was giving her a tip was definitely one.
Well, we'll heal.
You know what my mistake was? Getting food poisoning in California.
What did you think since we ate the same? No, he talked me into eating at this Greek restaurant. He's got this thing for Greeks,
Yeah, we know.
No, we ate at this Mediterranean, which was incredible. Is that
It
what
was
you
like-
think? You think it was that food truck where they were serving dog?
No, I think it was the food on the Midway.
Oh,
Yeah.
it could have been sick. It was sitting out for a little bit. Yeah, I didn't eat hardly
Yeah.
any of that.
Yeah, I think it was that.
It
And
was food on the aircraft carrier.
I just see you you taking all these pictures and stuff and get what she did incredible on the video. Again, great job.
Thank you.
Welcome. And but